Have you ever seen a footballer run around the pitch with speed, impeccable control, and uncontainable energy and asked yourself, what's the secret? Training and talent are massive contributors, but there's more to their game than meets the eye. What they pack in their gym bag. It's not boots and jerseys. It's a precision-cut collection of kit that helps keep them mentally and physically at the top of their game. Whether you're an aspiring player, a gym enthusiast, or just a fan of the game, you'll find a few tricks to level up your routine. So get locked in with us as we examine the gear that drives the world's best players closer. Who knows? The next game-altering addition to your bag could be lying in here. What is the single most crucial thing in every footballer's gym bag? The boots. Without the proper pair, even the greatest players can't play at their best. But here's the catch. Professionals don't just bring one pair. They tend to bring several boots, each for various types of pitches. One incorrect decision, and the game might get away. Literally. Let's dissect it. Firm ground boots, or FG boots, are the most prevalent. They were created specifically for grass pitches and have stud-like moldings that grip without sinking in excessively. They are the standard footwear for most players, but they're of no use on a wet, muddy pitch. Soft ground, SG boots fill this gap. With longer, usually metal-bladed studs, SG boots offer additional grip on slick, rain-covered fields. They dig into the ground to avoid slipping but would be excessive on dry grass or your artificial turf. Talking of artificial turf, contemporary football requires adaptability, and that's why most players wear AG, artificial ground, or TF, turf. AG boots are constructed for synthetic pitches with shorter, hollow studs that spread pressure evenly. TF boots, however, are for small-sided games on artificial surfaces such as five-a-side courts. Some professionals even wear indoor shoes. Flat-soled trainers for futsal or gym training. The boots are more than a preference with a footballer. They're the essential component of their game. Each step, each sprint, and each shot hinges on the perfect fit, the perfect grip, and the perfect feel. That's why the boots are the heart of every footballer's gym bag. Football boots are the basics of every football player's game, but what they wear in addition to them is equally important. Footballers don't simply put on any old shirt and shorts. Their training kits are aimed at performance, comfort, and recovery. Each item of clothing in their gym bag has a job to do, ranging from cooling them off during demanding drills to accelerating muscle recovery after a grueling session. First off, training tops. While normal cotton t-shirts are no good here, these are fashioned from lightweight, moisture-wicking materials that absorb sweat away from the body. Sweating when training hard is unavoidable, and a drenched shirt can end up heavy and uncomfortable. Wicking materials such as polyester or high-tech mesh fabrics will mean that players stay dry and do not feel a burden, minimizing the possibilities of chafing and hot spots. There are also shirts with ventilated areas, such as underarms and the back, to enhance airflow. Next, we have spare jerseys. And for a professional footballer, this is more than just a spare shirt. They often bring both home and game jerseys, particularly if they're going away for a game. A sudden kit change in case of weather conditions, color clashing, or even a pre-game superstition might be needed. The most important thing is that it is comfortable, has breathability, and offers a full range of motion. On to compression socks and shorts, a staple for almost every player. Compression gear is not solely about fit. It also involves significant support for the muscles, as well as recovery. Compression shorts provide stabilization for the groin and thigh muscles, lessening the chances of strains and providing increased blood circulation. Compression socks work along the same lines. Applying soft pressure on the calves enhances circulation, prevents swelling, and lessens fatigue in muscles. Most athletes use them after a training session or even on a journey to avoid stiffness. Others claim that putting on compression apparel before going to bed minimizes soreness in the morning. Here's an interesting fact. National teams and some clubs have started using smart compression clothing with sensors that monitor muscle activity, heart rate, and hydration. These advanced garments provide real-time feedback, enabling players and coaches to make informed decisions regarding workload and recovery. One more must-have in the bag: secondary training shorts and track pants. These prove very useful during the switch from warm-up drills to cooler post-training recovery. Footballers tend to train outdoors where the weather is unreliable, so having several layers allows them to quickly adjust. Track pants also become a favorite with many players during stretching exercises or on the road to and from training. Additionally, male athletes' sports bras are also now commonplace, though not for support, but for performance monitoring. They're snug-fitting GPS vests with tracking units embedded inside them to record speed, distance traveled, heart rate, and even the level of fatigue. They are worn by footballers during practice and sometimes even in matches for in-depth analysis of their performance. Aside from performance, footballers are also concerned about comfort. Several bring additional socks and innerwear. Let's admit it, damp equipment isn't comfortable at all. A few even pack customized training attire with their names or team numbers stitched for the extra professional feel. Each piece of gear in a footballer's training kit is specifically chosen to ensure maximum efficiency, comfort, and performance. Appearance isn't everything. It's about having the proper gear to build endurance, limit injury susceptibility, and remain in top form. Now that we've covered boots and training kits, let's move on to the next crucial item that every footballer swears by: shin guards. Because while skills win games, protection ensures they can keep playing at their best. While training kits provide comfort and performance, protection is equally vital. Football is a contact sport, and one misplaced tackle can result in a nasty injury. That's where shin guards come in, small but vital bits of kit meant to protect a player's legs from impact. They're so vital that football's governing authorities have made them a compulsory part of the game. But not all shin guards are created equal, and professional players are very serious about their choice. Shin guards might look like plain protective gear at first glance, but there is a lot of science involved. The main aim is to absorb and distribute the impact of a tackle, minimizing the risk of bruises, cuts, or even fractures. That is why contemporary shin guards are constructed, using lightweight but very strong materials such as carbon fiber, fiberglass, or polyurethane. Such materials offer optimum protection without adding any weight to a player, making them able to move about freely while being safe. Two principal types of shin guards footballers keep in their gym bags are slip-in shin guards and ankle shin guards. Slip-in shin guards are the most popular among professional players. They're thin, lightweight, and can easily slip under the socks, usually secured with compression sleeves or tape. Because they provide greater freedom of movement, they're used by players who depend on speed and agility. But because they don't cover the ankle, they need players to have good control over their tackles so they won't get injured. Alternatively, ankle shin guards have additional padding on the ankle bone for extra protection against tough challenges. They are favored by younger players or defenders who are involved in constant physical battles. Although they are safer, they tend to be restrictive at times, which is why most pros prefer the slip-in model. But it's not all about customization. Care is important. Footballers keep their shin guards dry and clean to avoid stinky odors and bacterial growth. Some even have spare pairs, so they always have a fresh pair handy in case one gets ruined. On a name day, some players use pre-wrap or sports tape to keep their shin guards in place so they don't move around during the game. Even though they are tiny, shin guards significantly contribute to a footballer's well-being. They absorb shock, give players confidence in their ability to tackle, and even act as a motivational personal canvas. Without them, even the hardest men would hesitate before throwing themselves at a 50-50. Now that we've covered protection, let's move on to another crucial part of every footballer's gym bag: recovery essentials. Staying at peak performance isn't just about playing hard, it's about recovering smartly. Football is not only about what happens on the pitch, it's also about what happens after the match. Although skills and fitness keep the players in top form, recovery enables them to play at the highest level every week. Therefore, a footballer's gym bag would not be complete without recovery essentials. From state-of-the-art massage devices to basic but effective stretching tools, these are the keys to injury-free playing and top physical fitness. Perhaps the most widely used recovery tool by professional football players is the massage gun, or Theragun. A high-tech instrument, the massage gun applies brief bursts of pressure to specific muscles, easing soreness and accelerating recovery. After a grueling game or a hard training session, players utilize massage guns to loosen muscle adhesions, enhance blood flow, and release tension. While stretching or foam rolling in the classic sense, a Theragun can hit deep tissues rapidly and is a staple among players required to recover urgently before the next game. The foam roller is another item that must always be in a footballer's bag. Despite its humble looks, its role in muscle recovery is enormous. Foam rolling or self-myofascial release loosens contracted muscles, guards against stiffness, and boosts flexibility. Hamstrings, calves, quads, and lower backs are rolled by players to let go of the tension and allow for freer movement. It is very useful in warding off injury, as contracting muscles are likely to be strained and torn. Even vibrating foam rollers are used by some footballers, giving another level of stimulation to muscles and quicker recovery. And then there's the resistance band. One of the most overlooked but vital pieces of kit a footballer will ever have. Resistance bands are employed for both pre-match warm-ups and recovery after a game. Pre-game, players utilize them to get key muscle groups firing on all cylinders, making sure they're fully prepared and ready for those explosive movements. Post-game, bands assist in mobility exercises, stretching, and building up smaller muscles that aren't as prioritized during normal training. In addition to these, numerous players also bring recovery balms, muscle rubs, or ice packs along with them. These assist in diminishing swelling and relaxing sore muscles following games. While some favor cooling gels for alleviating swelling, others opt for heat-oriented balms for loosening constricted regions. Even something as basic as a lacrosse ball finds its place in their bags, ideal for targeting deep muscle knots in the feet and lower leg. One of the methods of recovery that have become widely used is compression recovery equipment. Footballers wear compression socks or sleeves. Others go a bit further with personal air compression recovery boots, which employ managed air pressure to push out lactic acid and enhance blood circulation. These boots, commonly worn by top and professionals, enable players to recover quicker while seated in the locker room or during travel between games. For a professional footballer, recovery isn't something secondary. It's second nature. These products aren't simply about a good feeling. They're about avoiding injury, increasing flexibility, and guaranteeing longevity in the sport. A player who does not prioritize recovery is a player at risk for muscle fatigue, diminished reaction times, and a higher likelihood of injury. Now that we've explored how footballers take care of their bodies, let's move on to another essential category: nutrition and hydration. What players put inside their bodies is just as important as how they train and recover. Footballers don't just train hard, they also fuel their bodies with the right nutrition and hydration to maintain peak performance. Every sprint, pass, and tackle burns energy, and without proper replenishment, fatigue can set in quickly. That's why inside every footballer's gym bag, you'll find a carefully selected mix of protein shakes, energy gels, electrolyte drinks, and snacks that keep them performing at their best. Protein shakes are a recovery essential. Following a rigorous training session, muscles require protein to build and recover. Players tend to have whey protein or vegan protein powders with them, blending them in water or milk for a speedy, easy-to-absorb recovery beverage. A few add oats, bananas, or peanut butter for added boost and nutrition. Because football is a strength and endurance sport, adequate protein intake is necessary for muscle protection and injury prevention. At halftime, or during extra time during games or intense training, energy gels give a quick energy kick. These compact, portable packets contain fast-digesting carbohydrates, which increase energy levels without bloating or discomfort. Energy gels are taken by many footballers at halftime or extra time to keep their endurance going. The quick absorption of glucose prevents their legs from getting heavy, and they can rush through to the final whistle. Hydration is as important as nutrition. Electrolyte drinks and water bottles are essentials in each footballer's kit. Perspiration during training results in the loss of essential minerals such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium, critical for muscle functioning and avoiding cramps. While water is wonderful for hydration, electrolyte drinks replenish lost minerals quickly, leaving players feeling revitalized. Others even opt for coconut water as a natural source of electrolytes, while others bring along hydration tablets that they add to their beverages. In addition to beverages, footballers also carry quick, healthy snacks with them to provide instant energy. Bananas are a favorite because they offer natural sugars and potassium, which can help avoid muscle cramps. Protein bars are another favorite, providing an even balance of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats in an easy-to-consume package. Other players opt for nuts, such as almonds or cashews, which give a slow-release energy boost and suppress hunger. Football is a high-energy sport, and what they eat and drink has a direct effect on their performance on the field. With proper fuel, they can keep going, recover quicker, and remain in peak condition for each match. But being match fit isn't solely about what they eat. It's also about mental preparation, which is why most footballers bring personal items for concentration and motivation. Let's examine the last section, personal essentials and lucky charms. Football is not only a physically demanding game, it's an emotional one. Beyond equipment, nutrition, and recovery aids, many players have individual possessions in their gym bags that act as inspiration, comfort, or superstition. These personal items help remind them why they play, who they play for, and what sparks their passion for the game. Lucky charms are widespread among footballers. Some of them wear bracelets, religious tokens, or even tiny tokens that they trust to bring them good luck on the field. Either a necklace they have had since childhood, or a bracelet presented by their loved ones. The objects give a psychological boost. Players such as Lionel Messi have been seen wearing red strings for good luck, while others place tiny luck coins in their bags. A footballer's gym bag is not merely a bunch of equipment. It is a refined blend of must-haves that ensure they are operating at optimal levels. From boots to recovery aids, hydration, and mementos, each item serves a function. For protection, energy, or inspiration, everything works towards success on the field. So, if you were a professional player, what would you pack? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football-related videos.